Our business model, again, we're in the mining space, but a bit of a different twist. Right now, we're probably in one of the worst bear markets with respect to mining, at least I've seen in my career, in probably at least 20, 30 years. And we're going to take advantage of this very severe bear market and go out and acquire companies and assets to put into our mineral bank. And so simply, we're not an explorer, we're not a developer. Our business model is simply to acquire assets and build out our mineral bank. And currently we have 19 assets, and ultimately we'd like to have 40, 50 assets. We recently completed the acquisition of Coastal Gold, which owns the Hope Brook Gold Project in Newfoundland, and currently we're working on a few other deals right now. Ultimately, long term, beyond 3 years, when things do turn around, I think, mining, I've done this long enough, it will turn around. It just takes time. And when it does turn around, we would unlock value by entering into agreements with third parties where they would take the asset and move forward, and we would hold on to some sort of residual interest, either a royalty, a stream, a minority interest, a joint venture, or spin out, or some sort of combination where we would hold on to some interest and we let the other group move the project into production and move it forward. We don't want to build it, we don't want to explore it, we just simply want to build our inventory. Let me put it this way, if you gave me $10 million 10 years ago, I'd drill you 1 million ounces. You give me $10 million right now, it's cheaper for me to buy 1 million ounces than to drill 1 million ounces. The market is broken. And the market's not giving any credit for drilling results. You can put out fantastic drilling results, and all it does is trigger a liquidity event. So the reason we're doing this is simply, it's much easier to buy ounces than to drill ounces. When I came aboard, we had already had identified about 80 projects that we started a list of 80 and we whittled it down to 12 projects. We went through all the companies out there, and at the top of our list was Coastal Gold. And why Coastal Gold? There's a number of criteria. One, they had over 1 million ounces at 5 grams, fantastic geology. It's a large land package. It probably hosts another 1 or 2 million ounces. It was a formerly producing mine. One of the first things I remember when I was an undergrad in geology school, the best place to look for a mine is next to a mine. And this was a formerly producing mine that shut down, not because it got exhausted, it was because gold prices went down to under $300. So it ticked off all the boxes. Coastal Gold had a market cap of $2 or $3 million. The metallurgy is good. The jurisdiction's fantastic. It's in Newfoundland. It has infrastructure. There's a power line that's still there, and there's a port. It's right next to the Atlantic Ocean. So it checked off all the boxes for what we were looking for. It's a different strategy. It's been done to various extents by Ross Beatty had a similar type of model in the 1990s with the Lumina Group, and he was going around buying copper assets in Latin America, and Silver Standard did the same thing as well. Why we're a little bit different is the market is so broken. Those, Silver Standard and Lumina, they were buying assets that at the time were non-economic. Ross Beatty was buying copper assets that were low grade. Throughout the 90s, we saw 60 to 90 cent copper, and those assets that he bought needed well over $1. What's different now is it's so bad out there, we're seeing assets that actually would make money in the current commodity price environment. The issue isn't so much commodity prices, it's just the markets and also risk tolerance that shareholders have and investors have right now. They're not willing to wait 5 or 6 years to get a return on their investment. One quote I use is crises create opportunities. And I think the market is coming to a realization we're at the bottom, and there's deep value out there. And I think the market, given Keith's track record and what he's done, it was in this similar environment that Keith created First Quantum and First Majestic, and I think people realize that. So, the investment community is not going to stay out of mining forever. Other sectors are pretty hot right now. And I talk to a lot of people, and I think, especially in the U.S., there's people out there that have realized, I got to start thinking about where I'm going to go next. I've gotten the technology, I've gotten the biotech, I've gotten to healthcare, and these sectors are very frothy right now. And now, I want to rotate into other sectors that are underloved and undervalued. So I think there's a lot of people on the sidelines, and they realize that this sector can't stay like this forever. Mines are being depleted, grades are coming down. The world's not going to end. It's slowed down a bit, but the world's not going to end. And China's not going to go away. India's not going to go away. And so I think people realize that what we're doing is we're planting the seeds. We're getting ourselves ready for the next cycle. It's not going to happen soon. It's going to be a few more years of this pain, unfortunately. But that being said, this is the time to get things sorted and get yourself set up and get. It's like being a surfer, right? You paddle out there and you're waiting for the next wave, and that's what we're doing right now and setting up the opportunity, and people realize that.